Hey family, what's good? How's everybody doing? Got another banger. The late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. What we gonna do? Hold on, fam. Hold on. All right, so hold on. Let me see. I'm glad everybody's doing all right. Wait for some more people come in. Let me see if we get this. Get this shut away. Oh shit, there. Man. So. Got everybody come. Um, there it is. Get this out the way. We're gonna this gonna be panel discussion tonight. Set this up. Um, let everybody come out. You'll wait some more people to come in. Check out She Stay Sleep. Did a powerful live stream. Bob Natural. Check that out. Also, I did a live stream about Blacklist. Please check it out. It's very important. I want y'all to check that out too. I'm not gonna really announce all this tonight. We're just gonna announce the basics. If you want to know about me, Jerry Thomas, my Facebook page. Also have a Facebook group, all in caps at JT. JT MVP. Thinking for ourselves, JT MVP. Thinking for ourselves. Excuse me. Also Twitter account at JT Blackman 44. Also Twitter. The Underrated Docs is the same name I have on my YouTube, but it's lower caps. Do an Underrated Sports Show with my brother She Stay Sleep every Monday. The Underrated Sports Show on this channel every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I do the fellowship dinner every Sunday. Tomorrow it might be basic tomorrow. I'm gonna hook it up. Well, you know how I do. I be hooking stuff up. So most likely it's gonna be basic tomorrow, most likely. But like I said, I'm gonna hook it up. Also, I do music. I talk about music. Also, I talk about boxing. Like I said, I did a at 6 o'clock. I did a live stream about Blacklist. I definitely want y'all to check that out. Where I finished this one, it is very appreciated. And this is music. This is music talk right here. The late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. So want y'all to check it out. Wait for some more people to come in, because I know sometimes the YouTube do not be sending out notifications. So we're gonna wait. But like I said, it's gonna be panel discussion tonight, and I'm asking for women. I want the brothers could come. I'm gonna invite brothers too, but I want mostly women to be on the panel tonight. So, Cause this is a dynamic woman, and glad Kenneth Nash, I'm glad you showed up. Thanks for coming. All reliable. Thanks. Yeah, you know back here. You know I'm the grinder. I got to get back on my grind. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to Coach. CHH Combat Sports. I want you to support the brother. I said who sent you? Said the darkness sent you. He know who I am. CSH Combat Sports. I want y'all to support the brother. All right. I want y'all to support the brother. Y'all check it out. Um, with some more people. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that, Poetic Kels. I'm glad you come. I'm glad you're showing up tonight. I thank you so much. Y'all don't know how good it make me feel when y'all show up like this. You know, let's get them lights up. And I started. I wanted. And then first I set it up for 9, but I need a little break, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be. You know, I know I'm the grinder. I gotta live up to the name, but sometimes the grinder need a little recharge up. You know what I mean? I need a little recharged up. So we're gonna wait some more people to get up in this piece. Um, yeah, but excellent. We talk about, she stay sleep. Oh yeah, I want y'all to check out She Stay Sleep. Carl Ranton, he did a beautiful live about natural stuff. I caught like towards the middle and stuff, but at the same time, I want you to get it. And also, we go to see when she stay sleep. You talking about natural beauty. This is what we gonna talk about right here. The late jazz great Hazel Dorothy Scott, pianist and singer, a natural. We gonna talk about that, but like I said, I'm gonna get you on She Stay Sleep. But I want mostly sisters on the panel tonight because I'm gonna read about this legend that nobody don't want to talk about. And I want the sisters. I want the sisters to chime in to her. Honey Tina, thanks for coming. She is a natural. Fine as hell too, Hazel. Ooh, Hazel had a body on her. Well, y'all go check it out. And Hazel, woo. Yeah, but I'm not gonna give out everything. I'm gonna read about it, and I want most, like I said, sisters. I want sisters to come on here. Trying to wait for some more people. Getting a kid Nidash. Thanks for coming. Um. Chocolate. What's good? Chocolate. If you don't mind, after I finish reading about Hazel Scott, I would like for you to get on the panel and talk about this sister because this sister is so dynamic. So, Chocolate, if you want to, you can drop your email in the chat, and whenever I finish, I want you to get on because I want, like I said, I want mostly sisters to talk about. It's gonna be some brothers, but I want mostly sisters on the panel tonight. I really do, because she is a dynamic. She's a dynamic. Nobody don't talk about her. The late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. I'm a big fan of her music. I'm a big fan of what she did. Mm-mm-mm. Fine too. See, back then, like in the 30s, in the 40s, and the 50s, though our sisters, the sister was natural. Oh my God, natural. So sexy. And they know it too. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm gonna read about the natural. I'm gonna wait for like maybe like another 3 to 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna get this going. And then like I said, chocolate. If you want to join the panel, I would love for you to do that. But if not, it's okay. But this sister is so dynamic. I'm telling you. Oh man, the late great. Okay, no problem. But the late great Hazel Charles. No, part of the cast is Hazel Dorothy Scott. It's Hazel Dorothy Scott. See a few more minutes. But yeah, being natural is very important. It seems that when you want to be natural, people just they look at you like you're crazy. Women put all this color, and then you got these men. They ain't natural either. They got the nerve to put on these women colors and all like that. Put on some lipstick and talking about I'm a man. You ain't no doggone man. Got the nerve to wear bags, wear Kenneth Cole bags, and then you see they all hairy up and stuff like that. Wearing them high heel, wearing them high heel um, shoes and came and walk in it and got another respect me. Get your little nasty fruity ass out of here. Yeah, I don't like that. Then on something they say, I'm natural. I'm natural. How do you natural? Little, little color, little color cocoa puff. That's not natural, people. You should never go against God creation. When God created you, I'm saying, wear pa's nose rings. Yeah. Wear pa's nose ring. God then said, I'm going to get my toes. I'm going to get my foot in your toe and your feet. Your feet look like Bigfoot. What's wrong with you people? I don't stand people. We don't talk about that though. Oh yeah, we gonna have panel. Yeah, we don't talk about Hazel Scott. Natural. She's a natural. So talk about all like that. And then they got the nuts. I can't fit them. Your foot is not made where women's foot, dumbass. People are crazy, man. I'm telling you, these brothers are here, man. And then you got these women want to be men talking about, yeah, yo, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to throw up your hand. What do you want to throw up your hands for? And then you hear, he hit me. No, I thought you were a man, though. You cannot have both ways. Got the nerve trying to hold their own something. And people, do you know family, before I continue, do you know they make certain stuff for a woman, make believe that they pee like a man? They got this certain plastic thing that women go on the toilet and pee as a man. I'm dead serious. I'm about that work. About no damn work. Be happy who you are. And that's how some of the pedophiles be happening too, family. I ain't mean to get off the subject, but I gotta put that in. Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get in we're gonna get in about this late great jazz legend, Hazel Dorothy Scott, one of the best jazz pianists, underrated singers all time. Also, she been in a few movies too. So I'm gonna read this up. So here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go. Hazel Dorothy Scott was a Trinidadian born jazz and classical pianist and singer. She also performed as herself in several films. Born in Port of Spain, Hazel was taken by the age of 4 by her mother to New York City. She died in October 2nd, 1981, Mount Sinai Medical Center. That's in New York. She was married to Adam Clay, the great Adam Clay Powell Jr. Now, why people said he sounds familiar? He's one of the few black congressmen that have been in every committee in Congress. He had help. They say he's the only person that passed a lot of over 100 different type of amendments in his career. I did a story by Adam Clay Powell, but we ain't gonna get it. But they considered the most powerful black couple within that time, from 1945 to 1960. The most powerful one. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into the story of the late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. She was born June 11th. Oh, she a Gemini like me. June 11th, 1920, died October 2nd, 1981 as cancer. Wow. I remember she passed away too. That hurt too. That hurt. No. She only died, and she was only 61, family. Also, she was married to Ezra Berlin, married 1961 to question mark. But here it is. Born in Port of Spain, Hazel was taken at the age of 4 by her mother in New York City. Recognized early as a musical prodigy, Scott was given scholarships from the age of 8 to study at the Juilliard School. She began performing in a jazz band in her teens and was performing on radio at age 16. She was prominent as a jazz singer throughout the 1930s and 40s. In 1950, she became the first black person to have a TV show, The Hazel Scott Show, featured a variety of entertainment. Her career in America faltered as she testified before the House of U.S. Activity Committee. Now, I'm going to hold that point for 1 second. Now, the ones that was in the chat when I did the live earlier is Blacklist. She was part of that list too. Now, to understand that, y'all got to go back and listen to it. Because it says that I read it about the same thing, about the blacklist. Most likely, I'll probably explain that a little more when I get some people in the panel. But, okay, so she was part of that blacklist list that started in 1947 and throughout it started, believe it, at the end of the it really started in the 1930s, but it really started picking up in 1947 and also in 1950, and then it died out, stuff like that. But y'all gotta go back to the live that I did earlier, y'all will understand it. But I'll explain that a little more a little later on. So let me get this going, okay? I just need to get that out the way. Read again. America faltered after she testified before the House of U.S. Activity Committee during the McCarthy era. Scott subsequently moved to Paris in the late 1950s, performed in France, not returned to the United States till 1967. Hazel Dorothy Scott was the only child of R. Thomas Scott, a West African scholar from Liverpool, England, and Amma Long Scott, a classical training pianist and music teacher. The family moved to New York City when Hazel was 4. Recognized as a child musical prodigy, the young Scott was awarded scholarships to study classical music, classical piano at the Juilliard School from the age of 8. As a teenager, she performed piano and trumpet with her mother, Alma Long Scott, all-girls jazz band, which sometimes features L. Harding Armstrong. I think that they feel that was a legend, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Korea. By the 8th, Hazel Scott during a visit in Israel in 1962 is shown a picture. All right. By the age of 16, Hazel Scott regularly performed for radio programs for the Mutual Broadcasting System, gained a reputation a hot classicist. In the mid 1930s, she also performed at the Roseland Dance Hall with the Count Basie Orchestra, one of the jazz greats. Her early musical theater appearance in New York, including the Cotton Club Review in 1938, that's in Harlem, Singing Out of the News, and the Priorities of 1942. Throughout the 30s and the 40s, Scott performed jazz, blues, ballads, Broadway and boogie woogie songs, and classical music in various nightclubs from 1939 to 1943. She was leading attractor of both downtown and uptown branches of Cafe Society. Her performance created national prestige for the practice of swinging the classics. Now, I'm gonna stop right there. By this time in the 40s, they that's when classical swinging music that was part of jazz, classical swinging. That was, like I said, that was part of jazz. So she was one of the ones that first spearheaded as a black woman. But I need to throw that in because they're not gonna mention that. So I understand she's part of start that. All right, all right. In 1945, Scott was earning $75,000. That worth 1,019,501 today a year. In addition to Lena Horne, Scott was one of the first Afro-Caribbean women to gain respectable roles in major Hollywood pictures. She performed as herself in several features, notably Dotted, MGM 1943, Broadway Rhythm, also MGM 1944 with Lena Horne, the otherwise all-white cast of the Heat On, Columbia, 1943. Something to Shout About, Columbia, 1940, also 1943. The Ram Shop in Blue, that's one of the famous films. Ram Shop in Blue, Warner Brothers, 1945. In the 40s, addition to her film appearance, she was featured in Cafe Society from Back to Boogie Woogie concert in 1941 through 1943, and 1943, at Carnegie Hall. She was one of the few women that actually played in Carnegie Hall too. That they refused not to mention that. She was the first person of African descent to have their own television show in America. The Hazel Scott Show was premieres the DeMont Television Network on July 3rd, 1950. That is the same network that the Honeymooners had produced, the Jackie Gleason and stuff. All right, there was a very small. It also is it's in the last lie too, but I want to bring this up too. They also produced again the Honeymooners, the DeMont Television Network, and I believe that was in New York on July 3rd, 1950. Various reportedly that Hazel Scott had a neat little show in a modest package, its most engaged elements being Scott herself. Blacklisting. Again, I want you to go wherever I finish tonight. I want you to go back and listen to the live that I did before a blacklisting. You know what I'm talking about? They was not mentioned that of the so mention some blacks, but just read about it, all right? Okay. Scott had long committed to civil rights, particularly in Hollywood. She refused to take roles in Hollywood that cast her as singing maid. She began performing Hollywood films. She insisted on having final cut privilege when it came to her appearance. In addition, she required control of her own wardrobe so that she could wear her own clothing. If she felt that the studio choice was unacceptable, her final break with Columbia Pictures had recalled involved a costume which she had felt stereotyped blacks. Scott also refused to perform segregated ventures when she was four, when she was on tour. She she once escorted from the city of Austin, Texas, by Texas Rangers because she refused to perform when she discovered that blacks and white persons were seated in separate areas. Now, here we go again. I'm gonna stop right there. Everybody thought that Rosa Parks was the first one. I'm not taking nothing away. But hear the woman again. I want y'all to hear this, especially as black women, women of color. She has stood up of that time that nobody don't want to talk about. Who knows? She probably was the first one. Who knows? All right? That's in Texas because she refused to perform when she discovered that blacks and whites Parton was seated in separate areas. Why would anyone come to hear me, a Negro? She told Time magazine and refused to sit beside someone just like me. In 1949, Scott brought a suit against the owner of Pasco, Washington restaurant when a waitress refused to serve Scott and her travel companion, Miss Anise Wolf, because they was Negroes. 1949, people. Scott victory helped African American challenge racial discrimination in Spokane, as well inspired civil rights organizations to pressure Washington state legislation to enhance public accommodation acts in 1953. With the advent of the Red Scare in the television industry, Scott name appeared in red channels to report on communist influence in radio television in June 1950. Scott voluntarily appeared before the House of Un-American Activities Committee that stands for HUAC. Like I said before, I want you to go back to listen to Blacklist. It would explain everything, and you will get it. But don't worry about it. I probably got you covered that in a few minutes. She denied that she ever known the connection of Communist Party of any its front organization, but said that she supported the Communist Party member Benjamin J. Davis run for city council, arguing that Davis was supported by socialists, a group that hated communists longer, more fierce than any other. Her television variety programs, The Hazel Scott Show, was canceled a week after Scott appearing before HUAC on September 29, 1950. Scott continued to perform in the United States and Europe, even getting sporadic bookings on television, various shows like Cavalcade of Stars, and guest starred an episode of CBS television Faye Emerson Wonderful Time musical series. Scott's short-lived television show provided a glimmer of hope for African American viewers. During a time continued racial bias in the broadcasting industry and economic hardship for jazz musicians in general. I'm gonna stop right there. A lot of jazz greats was fighting to get on TV because when they get on TV, they was getting on TV of they used to get on first or used to get on last. So it was hardly nobody was really seeing them. And at that time, black and white TV was very prominent. I'm not talking about the TV part. I'm just talking about the broadcasting part. They still do not want to put us on, but at the same time, we was bringing most of the money. I need definitely gotta um put that in. During the time of continued racist bias, broadcast industry, or economic hardship for jazz musicians in general, Scott remained publicly opposed to McCarthyism and racial segregation through her career. Now, why do people like John McCartney? John McCartney was a general of the Korean War back then, and he was a racist. And John McCarthy was like really part of a blacklist. I'm talking about, of that. So need to get that out the way. To evade political fallout in the United States, Scott moved to Paris in the late 1950s. She appeared in the French film La Soleil Elana, 1958. She maintained a steady but difficult career in France and toured throughout Europe. She did not return to the U.S. until 1967. By this time, civil rights movement had led its federal investigation ending racial segregation and enforced protection for voting rights for all citizens, in addition to other social advances. Scott continued to play occasionally nightclubs while also appearing in daytime television until the year of her death. She made her television acting debut. Wow. In 1973, the ABC daytime soap opera One Life to Live, performing a wedding song after nuptials of her on-screen cousin, Carla Gray Hall, portrayed by Ellen Holly. And ninth personal life. In 1945, Scott, who was a Catholic, married the late great Adam Clayton Powell, a Baptist minister and U.S. congressman in Connecticut. Oh, yeah, he married because he was brave. He was born in Connecticut. Now I gotta say he was born in Connecticut, but he moved to Harlem. He was very, very young. Okay. They also had one child, Adam Clayton Powell III, but divorced in 1960 after a separation. Their relationship provoked controversy as Powell was married when their affair began. On January 1961, she married Eliza Bardeen, a Swiss-born comedian. Death on October 2nd, 1981, Scott died of cancer of Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan. She was 61 years old. That's the same year my father. That's the same age my late father passed away. Okay, and survived by her son Adam Clay Powell III. She buried Flushing Cemetery in Queens, New York, near other musicians as Louis Armstrong, John Huggins, and Dizzy Gillespie, who died in 1993. Scott was best known internationally as performer of jazz. She also accomplished in politics, helping lead the way for blacks in entertainment and film, and was successful in dramatic acting and classical music. Scott recorded as a leader of various groups as Decon, Columbia, and Signature. And those groups was big back then, especially in jazz. Among them, a trio consists of Bill English and the double bass player Martin Rivera, and another features Charles Mingus, the great Charles Mingus, on bass. Need to check the brother out. bust out a lot of joints in those days. Check out the great Charles Mingus on bass and Rudy Nichols on drums. Her album Relaxed Piano Moves on her debut record label with Mingus and Max Roach. And Max Roach sounds familiar. I believe that was his long time writing partner with Duke Ellington, if I'm not mistaken, and composer with yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think long time composer, songwriting with Duke Ellington, right? Is generally her works most highly regarded by critical today. She was noted for her swinging style performing at the Milford Plaza Hotel in her last months. Mhm. Mm. So albums, Relaxed Piano Moves, Round Midnight, Essential Hills, Lament Piano Essential, um, Lament Piano Set, the Essential Collection Digital Remastered at Hub at the best, Hazel Scott, Prelude, all these are remastered, Grand Jazz, Lady That Loves the Boogie Woogie Gals, um, Master Jazz Swing, Cruise Cocktails. And she coming out with some joints. Now, I'm starting inviting people on. Watch out for the link. Um, this is the great one, fellas. This is the great one, folks. Great one. Hidden Jew in our community. Don't get the credit that she deserves. But we're going to give her credit tonight. We're going to talk about her. The late great one. Appreciate that. Yeah. She's good. She stay asleep. Thanks for coming. Poetic Cows, I send you the link. Watch out for it. Um, if you want to get on the panel, Malik Omar, let me know. Um, yeah, so welcome, my brother.
What's going on, bro?
I'm all right. I'm all right, bro. I'm saying that. Great woman, great woman right there.
Yeah, man. I didn't know. That shit shocked me when you read that she was married to Adam Clayton Powell.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man. And that cause I just wanted to come up here real quick and speak on that. That shows too, man, that back in the day, you know, powerful people, they married other powerful people.
Right.
And as always, man, you know, things don't work out because as you could see, they had a divorce or whatever. They got a divorce or whatever. And it just shows too that, all like a lot of people that's in politics, man, everybody's not clean, man. People do their thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know. A lot of people think, because you hear a lot of times how they talk about, oh, the men from back in the day, they were better than the men now. And man, hell no, man. The same shit men are doing now, a lot of men were doing back then.
And
Niggas was cheating back then just like niggas cheat now.
right, and but see, this is the
You
thing.
know?
Right, and this is the thing when Adam Clan paid. I didn't mean to go to subject, but I remember I was hearing this old news station. This back like this one Congress was going after Adam Clayton Powell, talking about he was doing a lot of stuff, but that was not true. Come to find out, the same with that blame him, they did a lot of shit in '75. They ended up getting kicked out, but it was somebody. She was already divorced almost 10 years, and I remember that they were this white lady. She was asked a question by Adam Clayton Powell, and she said, "I remember my grandmother had told me, and my mother, well, me and him did." We just gonna remember the good times, never mention the bad times. And when she say that, now I want people to understand here. She got divorced of him from 1960. I'm talking about this happened like in '68. When I'm talking about this news report that I see on TV or myself. And when she say that, unless you trying to come in different ways. She said, "No, I'm not going to talk about it. We're gonna. If you want to ask me something about the good times Adam Clan Power, you go right ahead." And I'm saying that, and it goes to show that we need to learn that even like if we break up with a person or enough to good, always talk good about that person. Never talk nothing bad because we gonna know. We already know that the system's gonna play on that.
That's a good point. Great point, as a matter of fact, because that shows to a certain extent that we know how to be on code with each other. If we know that that's going to be used, to a person's detriment, then we shouldn't do that. You're right, bro. That's a great point.
And that's our problem. Our that's why our community it's not working. It's not working because we're not staying with a true code and stuff like that. And then at the same time, a lot of people understand throughout those times from 1945 up to 1960, they was the most powerful, most black powerful couples in America. And let's understand too that when they was married, she was in alignment with Adam Clayton Powell was trying to do for our people. She was right there. And also, in her own way, she fought against racism too. Just like what happened, when I read about she was in Texas. She wasn't thinking about herself. She was thinking about us as a people. She was not thinking about just women's rights. She was thinking about our people. And that is very big to stand up a black list. And I urge people again, go back. I want y'all to go and check out what I did earlier when I talked about black lists. This is the time that the CIA, that no good faggot J. A. Hoover, they did not like when people stand against America, the ugliness apart. So they went after the people of the entertainment industry. And then they was like talking about, they pick up these 10 men, and these 10 men, this is who's got to go. And they had the government back. Like I said before, they really started in the 30s, but it really started getting prevalent in the 40s and really 1947. And when I mentioned 1947, because that's when the legislation started coming in of the black list. And then as they was like kicking people out because they thought that they was saying things about this, and wherever anybody challenged America at that time, they called them communists. And a part of that list was Adam Clayton Powell, um, Langston Hughes, and few blacks was on there too. And some of them had to go, and some of them, like even not even blacks, but even whites, they had to go on the other countries to find work. There are some. I mean to get off the subject. I'm gonna get back talk about Hazel, the late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. But these are the same. Then these people, some of the people, they couldn't find work for over 20 years. Some of them they got back together, and then some of them became rats and come to find they was telling lies. There are some that committed suicide because they know they was lying. So of all this was happening, they did the same thing. If you think about Jacob, Malcolm X, Nation of Islam, um, Martin Luther King, the Black Panthers, Snake back then, and even NAACP of any blacks. I'm talking about anybody that challenged this ugliness of American injustices. And I ain't mean to go back and forth, but this is what is right now. The blacklist is happening right now. We cannot get no good opportunities. But don't think that it's not just happening right now. It happened way back. And it's not really a long time if you think about family. It's not even 70 years. It's less than 100 years this really happened. But right, kid, that Hazel Doris Scott, she was part of it. Because the government, because even when they had the blacklist, brother, and I want you to jump into that, and even people in the even that, right? Sonny, if you want to get in the panel, let me know. But at the same time, yeah, after all this was happening, right? When the CIA was getting was getting this 10 up, brother, they were still violating the Constitution. They still was discriminating other people of telling the truth of the art. Because if you do art or any type of art, it's all about telling the truth. And these are some of the people just make music just to make music, compose. You even on that list. You even got comedians on it. Little with this, everything else. And Hazel was part of that. So that means she had to go in France, and at the same time, she couldn't really find a work. So she had to travel throughout all the world just to get noticed. You can go ahead, brother. Sad.
Yeah, we all know that they always come, they always violate,
Mm-hmm.
what they supposed to say, they supposed to follow. So, that's just how they do shit. But, you know, um, like I say, bro, it's always a good thing when you bring these type of people to the forefront. Cause I've never heard of her myself,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that, she stood up against prejudice and racism is a big thing, man. And as you could see back then, you know, famous black people, they had to deal with it even more, than the regular person, than a regular citizen,
Mm-hmm.
because even back then, you know, if you was a black celebrity, somebody who was famous, man, I couldn't imagine the shit they had to go through, because back then the prejudice was very overt.
Mm-hmm.
Like they put that shit in your face. The racism was overt. The way the system was doing our people, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's still crazy now, but back then you could go into a town and just be murdered and motherfuckers get away with it. It's the same way now, but it's kind of like they put a little cap on it now.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, man, you know. That shit was crazy. But I do appreciate how, like you said, she wasn't saying, oh, y'all just hate me. She ain't pull a Serena card. Oh, y'all just hate me because I'm a woman. No,
Mhm.
she, like she said, this is a racial thing. You know, y'all hate me because I'm black.
Right.
She ain't pull that Serena cowardly, corny shit. She spoke out she spoke out on what it really was, and that's very respectable, man.
Yeah. And the thing about that too, that the women could learn from this though too. Understand there's this misconception. Oh, the women was not getting no right. The woman was getting right, but it was the white woman. The white woman worked right along with the white man. The black one was not. If we wasn't getting no right, definitely the black one wasn't getting no right. But she understood that what happened to her is wrong, and she stood up, and I respect that. Um, and she needs to be commended in that. Oh, Sonny, if you want to get on, let me know. And it just. I remember when I did a book report on her, bro. It's like it was like when I read, because I already knew her already, but when I finally really do a book, but that's one of the best book reports when I'm coming up that I have fun with. I had fun did a book report on her, you know, and I had some resentment from this white teacher. Always forget her name, but she had a funny Irish name. Old Roll River. I don't know, but she got the nerve to say, "Why you do a story about her?" Because I want to. That's why. Why don't you do a story of Billie G. King? Because we already know about Billie G. King. And Billie G. King never served our community anyway. She was a sexist anyway. How do you know? Because she beat him in. No, I said, no, let's see. I said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And and I remember when I had this battle with her, I stand, I stand my ground. And she just mean a lot to me as as an African descent. Understand this family. She was Trinidadian. So she had to come in this country that have all different types of languages. And at the same time, deals with racism. All she did do, she just fight and crawled and crawled. And it seems like when she finally get her just due after 20 years in the business, then they snuff out and put on the blacklist. That is illegal at the time. And then we have to understand too, in Congress back then, those were dissy Democrats. Why I'm talking about the dissy Democrats? The dissy Democrats back then, those are the ones that had those Confederate flags. Those are the ones that hang you up in this tree swinging. These are the ones that did not want us to have our own rights. So for me personally, um, it just mind boggling me that that we still don't understand. We don't want to take the time to understand what happened yesterday. Sonny, I'm gonna send you the link. Actual Citrus, you just came, you just got it, you just came in the chat, you know, and it just mind boggling me that some I'm surprised that not gonna say surprised. It just a lot of us don't know about great this great woman, the late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. And I said I'm gonna take upon myself to talk about her because she needs our respect. She she, she got we got to give it the utmost respect. And Sonny, I guess send you a link. So
Indeed, bro. And let me just say this because I'm about to jump off here.
all right.
Um, I appreciate you, bro, for bringing this to us. Because this is something that this is some more hidden history, and it goes into see. That's why I like the live that you did earlier with because I wasn't typing in the chat, but I was listening. Um,
Okay.
about the blacklist, Hollywood's blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, man. A lot of people were blacklisted, and that's why we didn't hear much about who they were and a lot of their accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very important, and definitely to all the people in the chat, y'all go check that out. That was a good live, man, and people, they do need to understand that being blacklisted and being blackballed is real. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people say, "Oh, nah, this person wasn't blackballed, and oh, they just not working no more, and they not trying to keep up with the times." You know how people try to make excuses for certain shit.
Yeah.
But being blackballed or being blacklisted, that's real.
Mm-hmm.
People really get blacklisted from the industry.
Look at
That's
Monique.
that's real shit. So, um, people got to understand that, man. So y'all go check that live stream out. Like I said, I appreciate this again, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna jump up off here. Y'all have a good night,
You
and
sent.
peace out, y'all.
All right, peace. Yo, check out she stay asleep before you get off. Tell them the live stream. Give them the title of the live stream again that you did.
Well, I just did a live about an hour or something ago. Y'all go check it out. Y'all go check it out. It's my latest live on my channel, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Is I was talking about reality television and how it displays people's dysfunctions, they dysfunctional lifestyles. So y'all go check that out, and y'all also could check out episode 19 of the car rant series. So y'all go check those two out. I just did those today, so I appreciate that, y'all. So I'ma holler at you, bro.
I'm gonna holler at you later, man. Thanks again. I appreciate that. I really do.
No doubt. Peace.
All right, peace. Now I'm gonna be here a few more minutes. Then after that, I'm closing this out. Like she stay sleeping. Check out Blacklist. Um, and that I'm telling you because the two lives, and I'll be finish it up. Excuse me. That's gonna tie in red. That's gonna tie in. That's gonna tie in very good. So, but you have to listen to Blacklist because the queen right here. She's part of that. So Sonny, I gave you a link. If you ain't coming, let me know. And but this is another hidden jewel This is one of my heroes, and always say that she's one of those that I would not do no live stream off my phone. I say wherever I get a computer or a live stream, I mean computer or a laptop, I'm gonna do it. And she mean a lot to me personally, and she should mean a lot to us as a people throughout humanity. Yeah, humanity. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in. I'm gonna be nice tonight, but especially our community. And by she was married to the late great Adam Clayton Powell, she pushed a whole lot. And Malik, if you want to get on, get on. You know what I mean? It don't make a difference. You can get on the panel, because that's what it's all about. All of us work one on one. But Latasha Moore, thanks for coming. You know, thank you, appreciate that, appreciate. But lately I know people that say, why you don't read from the guy, read from the chat we used to. Sometimes I want to do something different, you know, and I just want to acknowledge everybody because sometimes you miss people, and I don't like to miss people that because y'all taking your busy time to listen to me, and it means a lot to me. So I feel like I'm gonna change it up a little bit to announce everybody in the chat, and everybody in the chat, I appreciate y'all. No, and, all right, I'm gonna see the link, Loso, but I'm not gonna be here long because I'm I gotta give you some rest, man. So. But I'm gonna send you the link, so just make it nice and quick for a few minutes for the brother. Very much appreciated. Um, okay, I got you. I got you. All right, get well, Sonny. Get well. So hold on, Lo. So I'm gonna get you in. Malik Omar, LDBC. Welcome, brother. Malik Omar. He produced films. He's a film director. So whenever he gets on the panel when he wants to, I want to tell him about the story. Malik Omar. All right, so Losa, hold on. No. Oh damn. Okay. Good. Let's see. Okay, hold on. And at the same time, before I'm gonna hit you up, also important to we have to understand this that she never, whatever she want to knock her husband, it be between them two. She never let anybody knock her husband or even the ex-husband. I'm talking about Aaron Clan Power of anybody because she understood that he was a marked man, and she understood that everybody trying to break him down because he's trying to help us, our people. And like I said, once who came in, when a mother and a grandma told us, listen, whatever you go through, you think of the good times. Never tell anybody about the bad times. You always think of the good times. With the bad times between you and your husband, that's it. And I remember not one time when Adam Clay Powell was living, he never once talked about Hazel. He always said, I love her. I love Hazel. I know a few times he told me he choked up, and that means a lot. You know what I mean? And also watch out for your link. Send it to you, brother. Oh, good night to you, Latasha. Thanks for coming. And everybody in the panel. I seen the link, Loso. All right, there you go. All right,
Right
good
there,
evening.
boy.
Go ahead, Lo.
Um, you gotta like break it down to me, bro, because I was talking to my son. I thought you was still gonna be live for a while. I didn't know you was going showing it up. You know what I'm saying? So just recap me for a little bit.
About the sister.
Um,
What,
who
what,
you talking about? What the story's reference from? Because I was talking to my son. I just got on not even about 3 minutes ago, and I've been catching up to what you saying. But I want to know the topic of what you talking about.
no, I was reading about the late great Hazel Scott. I mean Hazel Dorothy Scott. She was a famous jazz pianist and singer. Also, she did some movies, and like I said, she was black. She was blackballed. But to find that part out, you got to go to my last chat. I mean, my last
Okay.
live to find that out. So
All right.
and so she ended up marrying the late great from 1945 1960. They was married 15 years. They produced a son, Adam Clayton Powell III. And
Okay.
so what happened was they were at that time they were the most powerful black couple in America. And also in Texas, she was fighting against discrimination in Texas and stuff, and she stood up for us as a people. And and all throughout her career, she always stand up. And even though when her and Adam Clay Powell got divorced in 1960, she always was part of the civil rights movement, always fighting. She made countless she did a lot. She did quite a few albums, and and she passed away at Mount Sinai Hospital. Was only a young age of 61 in 1981, and she's a great woman, stood up for us, and so I want to pay homage to her.
You know what? What I can tell you is, for what I've heard from you, she was an amazing woman. She was an achiever. She was successful. She was strong. She was ambitious. But most importantly, she stood up for what was right. She understood as a woman that if she was going to fight for her people, as from what you telling me, she was willing to take the risk and the consequences to go either way. The reason why, because she felt that the right to protect the people and protect herself as being a black woman herself who strived and earned what she had because she worked hard and she didn't ask nobody for anything. All she wanted to do was just do what she loved to do. And she did it to her best ability. She was responsible. And in a lot of cases, you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of strong black sisters that are the same way, ambitious, strong. They want to own their own empires. But you see, this is something that a lot of people don't know. I myself right now just coming to find out about this amazing woman. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that this beautiful woman existed. So you see, so sometimes even ourselves got to go back and do more research and see what amazing sisters and queens we done had in this world that stood up and fought for us. And that's my quote on that.
Yeah, at the same time too, she did not think about women's rights. I gotta re-emphasize it. She didn't think about women's rights. She think about us as a people. And so
Hey,
when she married Adam Clayton Powell after his own right, he was a most powerful black man in the country too, because he's one of the few. I think he was. I don't know that. I don't think he was the first black man elected, but I'm talking about of that time he came in a time that we wasn't hardly getting no rights, and she was right there supporting. And I think sisters need to understand that when you have a brother that willing, even through some trials and tribulations, she was right there. And even like after they got divorced, she was still right there to a certain, right there for certain extent. And they had a son together, and but in her own right, she carved her way to be a great one. Now there's some people be thinking like, oh yeah, I don't put up there in jazz and stuff like that. But I beg the difference because that, like I said, Blacklist has snuffed her career out. Ain't what telling the TV show she had what it could have been. But at the jab, but she one of the best jab pianists that you ever hear. Nobody haven't done better. When you could play two piano at the same time without looking, that takes talent.
And you see, let me put my perspectives into it. You know what? That just says a lot about how much we really know about our own people, and a sister that, once again, and I say this again, that didn't care about the consequences or the risk and stood by her husband in his good times and his bad times. And even through her struggles, she also stood strong, not only for herself, but also for her husband as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that speaks highly about a sister that was willing to die for what she believed in, but also was very unique. She was
Right.
sophisticated. You understand what I'm saying? She was the type of woman that was determined to fulfill whatever she wanted to, from the perspectives that I'm taking from what you're telling me, my G. So, you know what? All we can do as people and sisters, y'all need to take note of this. All sisters should take every part of note of this. If there's great sisters out there that existed in this world and were that powerful, imagine what you can do. You understand? That's why y'all should never give up or give yourself for a low standard. Know your value, know your respect, and know your power as a queen. Because not even myself, as I said earlier, knew about this amazing woman. And I think we need to take more responsibility into crediting and pointing names of great and amazing women like that more up front and in the screen. And especially when it comes to our history about our queens. Real talk.
Real talk. All right, Kenneth Nash, hold on. All right, give
Real
me some.
talk.
Is that your email, Kenneth Nash? Let me know. Press 1 for yes and press 2. Is that a Gmail account, Kenneth Nash? That's 1 yes. Is that a Gmail account? Press 1 again so I know. No. You can get on if you want. Okay. That's a Gmail account? 1 yes. Type yes, because yes, yo. Sometimes, man, this should be bugging, yo. This chat be bugging. I don't. They be like doing the fuck they want to do. It's not. It's not the one who typing the shit. This should be bugging the fuck. Okay, it's a Gmail. Okay, you say yup. It's a Gmail account. All right, just hold on, yo. Just stay right there, yeah. Let me copy this shit down. Shit. Shit. Oh, it's ED. Okay, ED. Yeah, so all right, hold on, Kenan. Get you on. Say your last thing. Then everybody in the chat, I want to thank you so much to come. Thanks for like let's help celebrate. And Kenneth, watch out for your link, all right? I'm putting it down right now. Yeah. So I really want some sisters to get on, because but I understand, you know, what I mean? So I think it's been a great night, you know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, Kenneth, watch out for your link. I sent it. Yeah, but Low Saw, I always want to do her though. I always want to do her.
Like I said, I didn't even know
Yeah,
who
man.
she was until you just told me now. If you never would have told me, I never would have known that this amazing woman ever existed. Real talk.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't know everything. I know some stuff now. You know.
Which is great. You know what I'm saying? Because we learn. You know what I'm saying? And it was a part of our history and culture. It should be said.
Yeah, I know a little something. You know.
It's all good, my brother. It's all good. We all learn from each other.
Exactly. I'm learning too. You know what I mean? But
Yes,
I be
sir.
I be amazed myself to remember this stuff. I do. Yeah, you know what I mean? Information, man. What's going on, brother? I appreciate D-Red. Appreciate, man. I'm glad everything happened. I'm glad everything all right with you and stuff. Do you live in Texas, D-Red? Let me know. Do you live? I sent it to you, Kenneth. Watch out for it. Information, man. What's good? I see you. I see you did a nice topic like that. Yeah. But I got some more, Loso. I got some more. I ain't saying nothing. I got some more, family. Trust and believe. I'm gonna line them up. I got some more stuff. Y'all
And
gonna be
I'm ready for it.
like,
I'm ready for it.
yeah, y'all gonna be like, what? Yes. Yeah, uh-huh. Thank you, Muhammad. Appreciate you. You all right too. Yeah. When we start having these men, when we have these men, we had these men talks too. Muhammad is the one. I want you to join it too. Information man too. You right too. We go. I'm gonna switch it up. Mine's gonna be different, man. It ain't gonna be like all snotty up and people think we gonna have fun too. I want fun too. I can't be around people that are uptight all the time. I can't be around people like that. It's tired to be serious, but it's time to be funny too. But we had a ball, did we had last night, Loso?
Yes, we did. It was tremendous, and it was, like I said, it's always a higher experience when I talk to my brothers on the panel
Yeah,
because we
I'm
drop
telling
knowledge,
you,
we drop
I'm
bombs.
telling I'm telling y'all, these first 2 weeks was a banger. Y'all be missing some stuff, man. I'm letting y'all right now. Y'all missing some good stuff. I'm telling you, brothers. Make time, I'm telling you. Because I wasn't feeling right when I first started Friday. But I was refreshed, and the brothers came here and everything is good. But I'm telling y'all, get it up. I'm trying to tell you. Kenneth, if you didn't get it, put it in the chat. I'll do it again because I know sometimes Google be acting up too. I appreciate that, Mama. I appreciate that. I just want to do my part. That's all it is. I ain't trying to be like, oh, I know this and that. I come a long way too. I ain't trying to be better than nobody else. You know what I mean? We could look, each one teach one. That's right. Oh, see. Okay. I think I put a link like I put a letter wrong. Okay. I thought it was a D. Okay. Kenneth, Kenneth, watch out for your link. I think I know where. Hold on, let me put this stuff like that. No. Yeah. So tell also while I put it in, tell the people what you learned last night. One
Just
thing,
just a,
three things.
well, one, disciplinary as a man and a father that knows when it's time to be both.
Mm-hmm.
Also, perseverance, not only within yourself, but also for those that you leave responsible, that you love, and that you make a part of your life. But also the main part, structure. You know what I'm saying? Without the structure of not being able to build what you need to do to build the direction for yourself, for your family, and especially when you're walking with God, you know what I'm saying? It speaks highly in words, and that's what I got from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Hello.
Y'all right here. Yeah. And tell the people what you was laughing about. People like, you you know. All right, there it is. Got you. Kenneth, I think I got you. Watch out for your link, brother. I think I got you. I think I got you. I think I got you. Watch out for your link, Kenneth. I seen the logo, Kenneth. So watch out for it. And again, I want to thank everybody to come. I very much appreciate it. I not got two. I told y'all I'm gonna give you two. So the grinder gave you two. That's what I did. So tomorrow I will gonna have the we're gonna do the fellowship lab. I don't think it's gonna be the big dinner that you always suspected. It might most likely it's gonna be simple, but we still gonna have conversation. All right, so I want y'all to watch out for that. I don't know what time it's gonna be, but I do got engagement in the early afternoon that I definitely got. I most likely I might have to take care of, but I shouldn't be that long. But just most likely I will have it, but I don't know what time. So check it out, Ken. Matter of fact, let me sit it one more time. Cause sometimes it'll be coming through. So what you doing tonight, Loso?
Myself, man, I'm probably just gonna go inside, have me some hot chocolate, relax, watch me some movies, probably do a couple of research and study, give me some information in my brain, and probably call it a night from there.
Mm, yeah. I think after this, I know I'm gonna be up for a while. Cause usually I'd be up for a while, but I would just wait to turn in and stuff.
I hear you on that. I feel you.
That, I mean,
I just want, before anything, I want to say, what's up to the chat room, Yellow Rose, and everybody from Kenneth, from Daryl. I just want to say what's up to Muhammad, Information Man, just everybody, D Red, everybody all up in the chat room, man. Coco Girl, Everybody, God bless y'all for real. Sunny Boxing, everybody, man. God bless y'all. And thank y'all for being in my brother's channel. This is an amazing channel, and I'm just very glad and very honored to be in my brother's channel. His spitting his knowledge and his wisdom. You learn from this man just like we all learn from each other. So I just want to say God bless you to everybody in the chat room for real.
Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, appreciate that. Let's see how.
Talk, man. Real talk. Ever since I've been in your channel and Sleep TV channel, it's like I've clicked with two brothers that, you know what I'm saying, that not only took me in and show me respect and, you know what I'm saying, put me within their own panel and family, but also, you know what I mean, just are the most downest brothers that I've ever met in my life. Cool, calm, and collected, but they also drop bombs and they also put you in straight when you know that you're wrong. I couldn't ask for better brothers for real.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the compliments, man. You know, we just try to I can't talk for my brother, but you know, I know he had the same sentiments I do. Just do our best, man. You know, we learn. We learn from sometimes in life, man. People don't understand this. It sounds easy, but it's hard to do, man. You just gotta learn other people's mistakes, man. Kenneth, your thing popping up. I seen the logo, so watch out for your link, man. I just put up there. I see it down the Emperor Caesar. Due to you, welcome. No. Yellow Rose, thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Let me see how I support you. Oh yeah, you support you support me. I don't think you support me though. But you know, sometimes I know it's YouTube too.
You know what? I just be like I always do at the ending of my videos. If I see one of the brothers or if I see two or three of the brothers, I always make sure to let everybody know to go to everybody each channel and try to show the utmost respect and most importantly, you know what I'm saying, get the word around so everybody can go to everybody's channel so they can learn from one another.
Yes, coach. It should be come through the email. Check your email. Kenneth.
Thank you, Yellow Rose. I appreciate that. Good looking for real. I really do appreciate it.
I might have to, let me see. I might have to go and send it this way then, because sometimes, but I hate sending it this way because sometimes it's taking its time. Doggone Junior. Okay. Let's see something.
Once again, like I said, thank you, Yellow Rose. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. And it's an honor just to be able to be here with everybody for real. It's an honor. And God bless everybody again in the chat room. Real talk. They don't call my dog Uncle Underrated Darkness for no reason. And they don't call me Jaloso for no reason. We work hard. We do this for real.
Tell Chulos, I got a lot of goddamn names. Names, man. I got Uncle Underrated for my nephew Mike Big Boxing. I made most of the names. No. Chef JT John Doe gave me that back in November. But the underrated one, the grinder. Yeah, I did all that. I did those. That's how I did. I got a lot of names, man. I mean, all right, yo. Well, if I feel I want to use Uncle Underrated, I'm gonna use Uncle Underrated. If I feel I want to use the underrated one to grind, I'm gonna use that. I ain't mad.
Exactly. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you on that.
Matter of fact, bro. Matter of fact, also, I ain't even used Chef JT in months.
I used to call you darkness until I started seeing everybody say JT. JT. I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
why is he saying JT? And that's when I knew after a while that it was you they were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
was lost for a minute. For real. But you know what? It's like I said. As long as we embrace each other, man, we come together. That's the most important part. That's what I'll be talking about. You know what I'm saying? The more people we draw in together, no matter if you lost, no matter if you've been through what you've been through, man, we ain't here to judge you, man. But at the same time, don't try to just outdig the parade because it's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just here for each other, man, just to be brothers and sisters to one another. And most importantly, stop the hate and stop all the unnecessary reason of pointing fingers at each other, talking bad about each other. Look at the amazing woman you were just talking about. I could imagine how her life really was. Incredible, you feel me? And to be able to do all the great things she did and play the two pianos, looking away.
Yo,
Which, I mean, come on, man. I mean, explain that. You can't explain that.
you know what though? I ain't mean to tell nasty, but she had a hell of a body. She was so pretty. I seen her then. I said, I know Adam Clayton Power, man. I'm like, how you gonna mess that all up, Adam? Man, Adam Clayton. But Adam Clayton, but I'm gonna tell you, Adam Clayton Power, they can say things about him if he want. I ain't getting off the subject, friend. They can say things about him, but he was there for us as a people. And they were talking, oh, he did this and he did that because them whiteys, man, they did not want him because he every committee in Congress he was top. He
Exactly.
he made sure that wherever little we get, I remember back in the early 50s,
Mm-hmm.
and then he made this speech. This was
Okay.
High Bridge in the Bronx. They call it High Bridge, but that's like Upper Bronx. And then he was talking about people, talking about us as a people, because at that time we wasn't really getting food stamps.
Okay.
So he said the biblical, what in your hand? What's in your hands? And he broke it down biblical. And he was actually told this lady, even us, that no matter what, you deserve it too.
Exactly.
And he made people know that's what we here for, to serve you. And he did not care.
Okay.
And so for me from New York, from a young boy from Brooklyn, I can imagine how people feel in Harlem. Let me tell you, let me tell you how much juice he got.
Talk to me.
They threw him out of some stupidness.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Talking about he embezzled the money in 66. I remember because, hey, the Black Panther Party, we came in 66. I was born in 66. So work with me here. I know that year real well. And so what happened, they threw him out. So when they threw him out, I mean, technically they did throw him out. They just took his seniority away. So they left him with nothing. They took him all his properties away from him, his seniorities and everything away. So they had a special, for the first time in a long time, Harlem was without a congressman.
Okay.
So in 68, he ran as an independent. And they voted back. They voted back.
Wow.
But he was still suspended of his seniority. So again, he still got to work with, but he hadn't had no power. So at the same time, he left again, and then he died of cancer in 72 I believe in Bahamas. He was cremated and they put in the water and everything. And then anybody remember Charles Rango, the longtime congressman in Harlem? He the one took his seat. Now, Charles Rango was part of Harlem politics, but in New York politics for a long time, almost 40 years.
That's a long time.
He hold on to that seat that Adam Clay Power created it. So understand, people. The doctor's giving you history. I'm giving you
Exactly.
history, man. It's not just New York. It's out here. I'm giving you history, man. He's one of those. Adam Clay Power was one of those that believe in Black Power. He believed what Malcolm X was talking about. He believed what the Black Panthers talking about. He the first cousin had a dial. He's one of the first had a turtleneck with a medallion, a black medallion.
Black medallion. Wow.
Come to Congress. I'm talking come to Congress. Head of the committees. He was head of all committees.
Wow.
Maybe nobody don't know about this. I'm going by. I'm hearing it. I don't know how true it is. Hearsay said that he passed. He's the first one pass over 100 amendments in his career. Over 100 amendments.
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. So you trying to tell me 100 amendments? Wow.
Passed.
Damn.
There's more than one person said that too. I said, but you gotta understand, he came in Congress back in 1939. That's the same year that my aunt was born on my mother's side. So you have to understand here. Throughout those years, you got to understand he was around with civil rights. When people don't understand it, everybody think that civil rights started like in the 60s. No, it started back. I forgot the name of the guy, but he the one started. He was around on time. He was a pastor in a church. Matter of fact, he was a pastor and plus a congressman at the same time.
What, he was Christian?
I think he was Baptist.
Okay, got you.
I think he was Baptist, but he was dropping sermons and go to Washington, D.C. And so he was one of the few that identified Malcolm X. Malcolm X had one of the few. He identified Adam Clay Powell.
Got you.
He was the most powerful man in America because he knew the Bible and he knew the law. A lot of people think, oh yeah, he just came to Congress. No, he was a congressperson. A lot of people don't understand. And at that time, he was powerful. He was like giving us like businesses and all that.
Answer the $1 million question.
Go ahead.
Why was this beautiful sister and this powerful brother were never talked about in the first place within our school's history, our music history? I mean, I already understand and can accommodate what, you know what I'm saying, your expression is going to be about. But why was this never said? Why was this never talked about? It's something that I want to ask you.
Well, for me, wherever you have anybody that stand up against this oppressed system, of course they're not going to put it in the books. Of course, there's going to be a few people going to talk about it. And the ones that already know, they made their transition.
Gotcha.
But that means you got to investigate it. Dig. You know why? Because I go dig. I don't ask anybody. I go dig. I know about these people because I studied about these people when I was very, very young. It did not start when I was a teenager. It was very important of that time when you was young. You better know about these people because they made a lasting effect in our community. And so understand. Yeah, thank you, Mama Rika. I appreciate that. So understand when Charles Rango had that seat back in 72. When wow. you have to understand. Giggle, what's up, GG? Giggle, about time. You can't not Thanks for coming. I appreciate that. You have to understand that Charlie Wrinkle, he had to fill in big shoes. Not just in Harlem, but I'm talking about New York politics. I'm talking about throughout America.
So
So
basically, he was like, was he a Republican or was he a Democrat or he was just a revolutionary brother?
he was a Democrat revolutionary.
Okay, gotcha. So basically, what you telling me is, and this is my understanding, is that this brother was powerful enough, and this brother fought the civil rights. So why he's not in the civil rights history? Why I don't hear about him? These are things that I be talking about when it comes to the
Yeah,
schemes of the Jew. You know what I'm talking about? Because
yeah,
if this man was this amazing, why was he
yeah,
never talked about?
but we gotta search for it because they not going to tell. They're going to give you the same people. They don't even talk about Malcolm X. They
Exactly my
don't even
point.
talk about Lee. Let's be honest. They don't even talk about any. Let me see. I want women to understand, and I know Mama Rika, you get what I'm saying. Any black woman that stand up for our people, they are not going to mention that in America.
Exactly my point. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear.
For women's rights, and I'm talking about back then, that any women that talk for women's rights, they gonna mention it. But any women like Hazel, Dorothy, Scott, they not gonna mention it because
Exactly.
they want to keep I'm not saying nothing wrong talking women's rights, but they want to keep it going. It's all about dividing, especially a brother. They not gonna mention it. They not. The feminist movement, they want to keep this feminist movement going. You think they're gonna mention Lena Horne? Lena Horne was one of the few women that stuck up for us too. She was the one saying, "Look, I'm not gonna um, I'm not gonna perform till I see my brothers and sisters." But see, these are the stands that they have to take. They wanted to take. They don't have to. They wanted to take. But this country, I'm around the world, they're not going to talk. They're not going to talk about it. So that means it's got to be up to me and others have to bring it on, even though that you're not being noticed.
And that's the message I get from that. You know what I'm saying? That these great, amazing brothers and sisters don't ever get the recognition and the respect that they deserve. And you said something about Malcolm X, and I want to refer to that because that's my favorite activist. And I think ever motivational speaker I've ever heard in my life. And the reason why is because just like Dr. Martin Luther King, the man risked his life and he died doing what he thought was right doing. And he gave everything, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that he made it to his best ability, even when his own people turned against him. And I think this amazing man's story is not respected. It's not looked at the right way. It's just been slipped up by the hands of the wrong people, and they never going to mention how great he was, just like the brother and sister you talking about. And this is why the history is so distracted and so dismantled.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And I mean, cut you. Why do you think for a long time they said, "Man, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. I've been know about this stuff for a long time. I just don't bring it out because at that time I wasn't ready to bring it out because I know some of my people ain't ready for it. I got
Exactly.
mad stuff. I'm not again. I want people to understand here. I'm not trying to think I know it all. I know a lot of stuff, quite a few stuff that I got stuff that I ain't touch it. But I feel like this that tonight was the climate to bring up this sister because, and I want sisters to understand, and even Marika, you understand this too, and other like D Red understand. There is a lot of women is running for office.
Yes, sir. And I agree with you.
And you know what? And they not going to talk about our agenda. They're going to talk about women agenda, and they're going to do whatever they can to get these black women. Listen, such and such and such. You got to understand that, and it's going to cause a division. Yes, it is. But my thing is that I got to do my own part to make sure it goes for brothers too. There is a boogie woman out there that's going to do whatever it can to break up the unit of our community. We cannot let that happen. We cannot give them a pass. If we're not going to get these men a pass, rightfully so, we cannot get these women a pass. And I know it's going to be some women hear this. They going to like, why you talk about us? Because you being hoodwinked, like the late great Malcolm X said. Stop being hoodwinked of this system, of this feminist system, always about damn numbers. And your brothers, the one keep on supporting it, hell with you. We got to stop this. It doesn't make no sense. No, the ones who's not winning is us.
Say it again, bro.
The one is losing is us. The black man and the black woman. The man of color, woman of color. No matter how you say it. There are other nationalities have benefit from us through our white privilege. And we have to understand it too. You have a choice, family. Do you want, I remember, I forgot who said it, but it was a one famous person say, are you going to be on the right side of history or are you going to be on the wrong side of history? What I'm going to say one thing better. Are you willing to put in that right work of history or you going to sit on your ass and be on the wrong side of history because you scared? I ain't scared. I'm not afraid of nothing. I'm not saying I'm a big bad wolf. I ain't saying, yo, I'm all this and that. But there has to be a goddamn time, especially in our community, have to say is enough is enough. And sisters, trust and believe me, and even brothers, they are getting up right this minute to find out how they could further the confusion between the black man and the black woman. And they're going to throw out some things to make it look good. Well, if I give you that, then I'll give you that because, he ain't going to make it. I mean, look at that. He get more of the dollar than all that. Nah.
Trying to tell you, you know what? Let me say something now that you're talking about that. I did a video about how they portrayed to put 2 or 3 brothers, one rich, one middle class, and one poor, and make them turn against each other, knowing that they're the same culture, their ancestors come from the same struggle, but they will get the brothers to hate up on each other and look at others and hate them just for the same color of skin that you got. I was just talking about that in a video. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to slaveritism, favoritism, capitalism, brainatism, when it comes to all these symptoms and all these poisonous venom of chemicals that they have to use against our own people and you fall victim to it, that's where the distraction happens. And that's why instead of reuniting, all we want to do is exactly what we've been programmed to do. Instead of getting out that element and just getting out that page and do your own research and see what's really going on and what really happened to where it's at today. And I think more brothers and sisters lack on that because they too afraid to find out the truth, just like you said. And that's what I wanted to agree with you on that. But also, you got to go ahead and say enough is enough. You got to stand up for what you believe in. And especially when you see your same culture and your same people being played, being manipulated, being taken as a mockery, being disrespected, and also taken advantage of and using it for their own benefit to keep on making a mockery out the same culture that we're still fighting for in this day. And that's real talk, JT.
Yeah, it is. I like. Thank you, Sonny. You said, "What are we doing wrong?" I said, I'm gonna tell you what I see. I think what we doing wrong is this: that we refuse to understand what's in the past. We would think that what's in the past is foreign. We think it's ancient, but we fail to realize that along the way we made some vital mistakes. We let this system to tell us how we supposed to live. We let other nationalities to let us know that, oh yeah, I'm with you. I'm part of your civil rights. No, you're not. They are coming this country to get these civil rights. I give you a case in point. HBO special, Joe Lewis. I urge
I
y'all
know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
towards the end. Here this man had fought for his country. And they talking about, oh, he earned all this money. All he trying to do for throughout his years, trying to pay it back. And the IRS keep on throwing interest and interest. When Coca-Cola built this plant in Atlanta in the early 70s, understand what I'm saying, family. In the early 70s, they give it to Max Sembecker, the one that he fought, that he defeated in Germany almost 40 years prior to that, as a spokesperson instead of damn Joe Lewis. Now, people are going to say that's a mistake. No, that's not no mistake. They hung Joe Lewis. They hung them. And then they got the nerve to tell them, "Oh, we're gonna bury you of all honors back in 81." And he was only 68 years old. But if you see him, he looked like 92, 93 years old.
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely right.
And so for me, as a teenager, also follow Joe Lewis than that.
Okay.
And what Muhammad Ali maybe said some derogatory things about her, but the way they said certain things at that time, they right.
Mm-hmm.
They took, and they put him in the ground for something. But I'm saying like this, y'all got all this money. Y'all could have swiped that or listen, Joe Lewis. A lot of people, he helped end World War II. Master Beckler beat him in 1936. He came back and beat him. Joe Lewis had I didn't mean to go to sun. Joe Lewis had the whole world on his back. Understand that, people. Understand, and especially our people, because at that time we wasn't getting no rights, people. And at the same time, we were still getting discriminated. And I'm talking about and when we was in service. The Harlem Hellraisers back in the early 1900s. And then hold on, fam, hold on. It's really it's crazy.
It is crazy. But you know what? I also say this. You understand? Just by the way that our history has been pre-written about 1,000 million times, and the reason why I say it's been pre-written is because every time they tell us something, we find out something different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's self-explanatory. You have to go deeper than what you think that you can. You have to expand your mind. You have to not let the certain things pass over your head, and you have to understand these things to be able to conquer certain things that others can't see. You see, a lot of things are within the naked eye itself. But if you don't take the time to do the research and reserve it and book it and actually study it, you'll never understand what it is. So that's why I tell my brothers and sisters out there, don't fall asleep. Stay awake. You need to go out there. I mean, even two or three times out of the week. Don't take too much.
Yeah.
Read yourself a book. Do some history. Do some research. You know what I'm saying? Expand your mind and expand your brain, because things like this that you telling us right now, and for actually having the chat, listening to you and say, keep on spitting your knowledge, it's actually giving brothers and sisters a better idea and more motivation for them to do it themselves. So I think, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, you know, we can only tell you what we know, but you also got to go out there and find it yourself.
And at the same time, the Skinny Airmen. Now, before they used to be the Harlem Hellraisers, back in the early 1900s, they haven't lost. They've not being mentioned. Then you got the Tuskegee Airmen. They at that time, I want people to understand is when Joe Louis was fighting, they was not put, these brothers was passing tests like crazy.
Exactly.
And they was not being mentioned. Sisters, I want you to understand, they was not being mentioned. They was on the ground doing phantom drive arounds for almost 2 or 3 years until Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Alina Roosevelt, his wife said, when you gonna see these boys? Why they here? And that's when it kept the ball going, and they only lost one enemy bomb. Along the way, they lost over six. There was, I think it was only 60 something person died.
Oh, wow.
They was bringing people back. It was actually white escorts was asking them to bring them back home. But before that, they was not being mentioned.
Exactly.
So sisters, I want you to understand this. And this ain't no male bashing. This ain't no male. Oh, you male. No, get it off. You need to thank them. And also you need to thank the sisters that started Congress too. Stop spearheading what's going on. You need to thank them.
And you know what? I wanted to say something, my brother. It's like, you know, you brought the reference that Joe Louis stopped the Second World War. You feel me? But you know what? Even great, the way that they give repaid, it's like not even having recognition, just like you said. And I want to bring in reference Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali was the most beloved person at his time. But when he refused to go to war, he had to turn in his championships and go to prison for 5 years. You understand what I'm saying? So even though you are a great to the country, or you are able to do things that most of your brothers sisters can't do because of the power that you have within yourself, you will still get disregarded and bombarded by the system itself. So it's still a challenge, you know what I'm saying? Even for greats, but it's a great point that you make, that sisters and brothers need to understand. Even though there's consequences behind everything, enough is enough.
Enough is enough. And I want to thank you, Cuban Queen, as fierce as also. Thank you so much. I want you to come and support my channel, and I support back you. I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem. Some brothers, I don't want no sisters on the panel. Yeah, we do want sisters on the panel because we got to work together.
That's right.
As long as you don't bring no nonsense, we fine. If it's nonsense, get them out. Like I always say. You know, Cuban Quick, thank you so much. I'll be seeing you. You know, you keeping the good work. I want people to support each other and participate, not just support them, because we don't use the SUP. We don't use SUB no more. No, we don't use that. It's I support you, support back, or I got you. I want you to support to the underrated darkness. Support each other in this chat. Let's support and participate in everything. Sonny, I hope you get better too, brother. But this is the thing about it, that enough is enough, family. Let's learn. I'm saying like this. Let's learn from the late great Hazel Dorothy Scott that started this conversation tonight. Let's learn from her. She not just fight for women. She didn't fight women's rights. She fought for our rights as a people because she wanted to. Yep. She's a great woman, sisters. She's a great woman because she's standing for our people. And she refused to let anybody talk about her husband, even if they got a divorce. You know? And that is something to think about, sisters. and even brothers too. Brothers, you with that good woman, you know what I'm saying? You know, don't start telling your boys everything. Even like if you break with that woman, you don't have to tell them. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to tell your boys everything. Come on, stop, man. Stop, man. You acting funny now. You know, can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But but I want everybody to support each other in the chat right now, including me. The ones who already support, okay, no problem. But the ones who don't not support anybody in the chat, I want you to do that right now. Even support the underrated darkness. All right, Sonny. Be ready tomorrow. And I hope you get better, brother. But that's what it's all about, family. It's not all about Loso. It's not all about the underrated darkness. It's all about us as a people. We have to work together, but we have to critically get it done. The time is now.
I like how you said that though. I like how you said that, and I'm gonna end it with this because I'm finna take myself in. It's getting cold, and I need to get up myself and get ready. But I want to say this, JT. It's always an honor. Thank you so much, my brother. I love you, man, from the bottom of my heart. You are what I like to call a prophet, a teacher, but also a good brother and a friend. So I just want to go ahead and just let every
never heard
you
that.
already know. You already know that.
I
And
know I don't know that. I ain't never heard that. Nobody never called me a teacher.
You know what? You are a teacher, my friend, and I want you to know that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Why you think I always represent for my whole family the way I do? Because just like you say, you have to put your work in. You can just, you know what I'm saying, just be on someone's channel just to be there and chit chat. If you want to participate and do something about it and make a difference, we all have to work together, brothers and sisters. And that's something you do very well. And that's something that I have passion for. So that's why I tell you, you are a great teacher because you have a lot of people that respect your wisdom and your knowledge. Don't ever forget that.
I appreciate that.
You understand what I'm saying? And just like you said earlier, remember, we all learn from each other. But what I really want to get out there is please, family, just listen to what my brother's saying, and he's doing it out of his heart and out of his soul because he cares about brothers and sisters. He don't want to see us, you know what I'm saying, go through already the things that we're already going through in life. And I want my brother to listen to this because I don't think he gets the recognition that he really needs out there. We need everybody to spread the word. We need everybody to get out there. If you ain't got no channel, at least build a channel. Do a video a day. Spread the word, spread the knowledge, spread the wisdom. And a great teacher like my brother is willing to be here to teach what he knows. And you can also teach him something. I want to tell the chat good night, and I love y'all, and God bless you. And teacher, like I said, underrated darkness. Thank you, my brother. It's always an honor. Sunny Boxing. Good night, Gigi Giggles, and everybody in the chat room. Man, good night for real, and God bless everybody.
All right, peace. Go so good looking.
You already know.
Yeah, exactly. Peace, bro.
All right. Much love, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, peace.
All right, yo.
All right, one. I definitely want to say this to everybody. I know I'm supposed to get up maybe an hour ago, but I just want to like chime in. GG Giggles. Thanks for coming, GG Giggles. Don't be a stranger now. Come back. And let me know about it. I might come to your channel either, GG. Let me know. But I want to say this. I appreciate that, Kenneth. That means a lot. I don't see, like I don't see myself teaching. I know some people always think that I'm not, I ain't no stuck up person. I just try and do what I have to do. You know what I mean? But I appreciate the compliment. And I feel like this though. There's once upon a time people had showed me, and I had to do my own obligation, part of my lifetime to get back. And I appreciate that. It means a lot. From Loso, and to hear from you. I'm just trying to do my best, and I know, I know people get a little wrecked, but and I know people they want to hear people, and y'all know y'all feel that I need to hear more about them, but it's okay. I'll do the work. That's what I'm all about. Just keep on doing the work, and then try to reach others, and learn from my mistakes, and learn what I'm trying to do. I believe that, especially us as a people, we have knowledge and everything. You should get back. You should never hold it within yourselves. You should get back. Like I said, I got a lot more too. I'm just getting started. I'm still gonna give you your bangers. The doctor's gonna give. I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna keep on grinding I'm gonna keep on grinding. That's not ever gonna stop. Nobody cannot stop my show, yo. Yeah, you so late, Candy. Yeah, you right. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We talk about the lead. You always can catch on the rewind. And then Loso just got Candy with my Loso just got on. We had an excellent bill. And the late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. Oh my God, she was the one. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It happened. Trust me, it happened. Don't worry about it. I know. Don't even worry about it, Candy. But she the one started this conversation. She was the one that spearheaded this conversation to us as a people to unite, you know? And she's one of my heroes. Now people say, oh, she's a she. Okay, I call she or whatever, but she's one of my heroes. Multi-talented. Blackball. She was blackballed too, Candy. Now Candy was in my last live too. Want y'all to look it up too. And let me say this. I was going to repeat. We'll say, well, Candy, before you came, I was telling the family that these is going to be a lot of women going to be running for office in a few weeks, and they're going to do whatever they can to say, this man, he make more money. Don't fall for that. The black man, the black woman, we never have really economic balance anyway. And that's gonna be part of their power tricks, you know. And brothers, goes for y'all too. Understand what you're dealing with. Strategically, we gotta be better thinkers than reactions. And that's our problem. I'm not saying nothing wrong to react, because you gotta react, but we gotta be more thinkers, and we have to understand we gotta work in one sound mind, one mindset. We cannot let you keep. My mother always said, why I gotta know what your left hand doing in your right hand? Easy to say, but it's hard to do. But if you are a repetition, it should become easy. So the ones who came in late, y'all can always catch it. We read about the late great Hazel Dorothy Scott. She died young in 1981, only 61. Like I said before in the chat, I mean in the this live. My father died going on 62. That's young, family. The same year, Joe Lewis passed at 81. That's 68. That's young, family. So I want to thank y'all so much. Tomorrow, I mean, when I said today, today on Sunday, I'm gonna have something little special. Gonna be basic. I'm gonna keep. I might as well keep it basic this week, and and on that note, thank you so much. Oh, there it is. On that note, Ghost, Ghost, Ghost.